Hello, it's the Coaster Craze, and in my latest review, I'll be reviewing one of the worst coasters at my home park, Six Flags America. This is Apocalypse: The Last Stand, the B&M stand-up coaster that's actually the first ever B&M coaster. So, let's get started on why I hate it. The first category I'll be reviewing Apocalypse on is stats, which I'll be giving a 2.5 out of 5. If you look at these stats, they're pretty darn average. 55 miles per hour speed, height 100 feet, drop 90 feet, average length, only 2 inversions, very weak for a B&M coaster, and just very below average for a B&M, but overall just average, so that's why I'm just giving it 2.5 out of 5. Nothing super impressive here, but nothing super terrible. Now up, Femi and Scenery, which I'll be giving Apocalypse a 4 out of 5. This is probably its best category, because surprisingly, Six Flags did a really nice job with the retheming when they brought Iron Wolf over to Six Flags America. Like, the queue is really nice. It has this cool zombie apocalypse theme with, like, these cool tunnels and stuff. There's all these crash planes. That's really nice. In terms of on-ride theming, there's not really much besides, like, maybe passing a crash plane or that one time when you pass through, by the fire, which is really nice and a really nice effect, as you can see in the photo here. So that's why it's getting a pretty good score. Now with restraints and smoothness, I get down to the nitty gritty of my Apocalypse rant, giving it a mere 1 out of 5. So here's the thing. This is a stand-up coaster, a B&M stand-up coaster, so the track is still pretty smooth, but the restraints are so awful, and you just get so much headbanging, it's insane. Like, I've ridden 4 stand-up coasters, this, Green Lantern, Riddler's Revenge, and Georgia Scorcher, and I found this had definitely the most of headbanging of any of them. This is BM's first stand-up, so they have some excuse, but nevertheless, it bangs your head up so much that even though it's at my home park and I've been a ton of times, I haven't ridden it since like April 2016, so that's a while ago. And I don't really have any plans to ride it anytime soon because of how rough it is, which just completely kills any positives Apocalypse has. A pretty important category I have layout, where I'll be giving Apocalypse a 2 out of 5. So here's the thing, it's a really cool looking layout from this angle, right? But it's so standard and kind of like basic in terms of B&M stand coasters. Granted, it's their first one, so it's okay that it's like that, but it's basically a loop, some turns, and a corkscrew. There's not much to it. There's this weird non-mid-course brake run that looks like it should be a mid-course brakes, but there's no brakes. It doesn't maintain its speed very well, and honestly, it just kind of meanders around with these head banging turns back and forth that have no purpose. The loop is fun, the drop is fun, the corkscrew gives hang banging, but it has good hang time. So overall, it's just not a very good layout. For my final category, before I reveal the final score, I have intensity, which I'll be giving a 3 out of 5. So it's actually pretty solid in intensity, because as you can see, it's a pretty darn compact coaster. So it delivers the G's. It only has 2 inversions, but both are fairly small inversions, so definitely feel G-force. The turns aren't super intense, but they have like a little bit of intensity, like this Helix has some. But overall, like, it's not a crazy intense ride, and it's probably one of the least intense, maybe the least intense B&M coaster I have been on to date. But overall, I mean, in the grand scheme of coasters, it is one of the more intense because it's a thrill coaster. So, now for the final score, which is out of 10, I'll be giving Apocalypse, drumroll please, a 4.5 out of 10. So, yeah, that's right, really, really low. Under a 5, which means it's a bad coaster, and that's because, well, it is. It's one of my least favorite, like, thrill-sized coasters I've ridden, because of just such a rough ride it gives. Hopefully I'll just decide to go on it again, I'll get a good ride, but sadly, the chances are unlikely. So, thank you all for watching, I really hope you enjoyed my review. Comment your opinions on Apocalypse down below. Watch my Six Flags America coasters ranked, which I'll put in the description, to see where I place Apocalypse on there, and stay tuned for more coaster videos coming soon. See you guys later from the Coaster Craze. Bye.